Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 243. Rob Hoback here. Happy that you chose to join us this morning. Honored and humbled if you came back, like for reals. So it is Sunday Fun Day. It is the 16th day of June. It's also Father's Day. So since there's no days off, let's just get to work. First things first, on the reels. Also a daddy. Right? Talked about this. This is my favorite job ever. Job that I didn't think I wanted. Turns out I'm pretty good at it, and I love it. So there is, I would argue that, yeah, there's not much sweeter than hearing your little children call you daddy. So thank yous. I'm thankful that I get to be a daddy. I get things like this when I'm in a basketball tournament, and Sissy comes up and hands me a note that says, "I love my daddy." All right, okay. So yeah, I'm very, very thankful that this has worked out much better than I would have planned it on my own. So, since it is Father's Day, thought we would just talk about my dad a little bit, generally. So, just like on TV, did you know, right? So, did you know these things about the General Lee? Number one, how he came up with the name General Lee, right? He didn't come up with it on his own. This was bestowed upon him by yours truly. So, my dad was one of 13 children, right? He was raised in a boys' home in Normal, Illinois. He served in the United States Marine Corps during the Vietnam War. Because of this, we learned lots of stories about the Marine Corps. And, when you're telling a story about your dad, you don't say, private or sergeant. Like, he's a general, man. And so my father's given name is David Lee Hoback. And he usually goes by David or Dave, but his family, his blood, they call him David Lee. We just got used to hearing when Dad was around his family, it was David Lee. So we called him the General, David Lee, General Lee. Plus, you got to tie back to the ultimate hillbillies. Oh yeah, by the way, the General Lee's a little bit of a hillbilly, right? A little bit of redneck, a little bit of racist, all those things. But he's a good man. All right. Anyway, so he returned home from Vietnam and created his own legacy where he had 7 children. I'm number 2. He drove millions of safe miles as an over-the-road truck driver. I don't believe he ever had an accident or a ticket. Um, at least that's my story. We're sticking to it. My dad worked tirelessly as an adult. Now, I look back at what he did. Drive it just is it's amazing. Very, very selfless. He gave us all that he had. Never heard him complain once, and just set an amazing example for all of us. So, I could go on and on, but I just think about the times when I was a kid. When I was like, my kid's age, and I just remember looking at my dad thinking that guy is amazing, right? Um, we thought he was. We wondered why he didn't play professional sports, and just the toughest guy in the world. And what's amazing is that here I am, 30, 40 years later. I don't think about him any differently. I love that guy. Dad, you're my hero. Always have been, always will be. So thank you for everything. Thank you for all you other fathers that are out there making some sacrifices for your family. And trust me, I know, right? For those of you who are on the inside, you get to hear me complain about how thankless and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? My dad probably had those same conversations with his friends. Um, so don't tell the kids, right? But nonetheless, have a great Father's Day. Enjoy it. Love you guys. Hands up. Peace out. We're better together. We'll be back here tomorrow. Have a great Father's Day. We'll talk to you then. Bye.